So Huawei's latest flagship phones, the Huawei P30, P30 Pro and P30 Pro Plus, all come packing the freshest EMUI 10.1 software, which is absolutely rammed full of very cool features. The only problem being that most of them are buried away somewhere in that rather mammoth settings menu and can be a little bit tricky to find. So this tips and tricks guide will give you a run through of some of the very best features hidden away on Huawei's new P40 family of smartphones, from snazzy air gestures to very cool new camera tricks. And for more on the latest greatest tech, please do subscribe and ding that notifications bell. Cheers! So one of the very first things you want to do on your fresh new P40, P40 Pro or P40 Pro Plus is get your apps on there, which is something easier said than done because there's no Google Play Store. Fretchy not though, because you can use Huawei's very helpful phone clone app to actually copy over most of your old apps from your previous handset. Now, first up, you'll need to actually download the phone clone app onto your old handset. You can do this via the likes of Huawei's App Gallery or the Google Play Store. And once that's actually downloaded onto your old smartphone, it's a very easy process. So just select your old phone as the old phone, the new phone as the new phone. Select what type of phone your old handset is. And then you'll see on the new phone, you've got a QR code pop up. Just scan that using the old smartphone and the two will pair up. You'll have the option of copying over your old contacts, messages, all kinds of shenanigans, and you'll see down at the very bottom, apps and data. This is where you can select exactly which apps get copied over from your old phone to your new one. Now you should find that most of your old apps, once copied over onto your fresh new P40 handset, should work absolutely fine, and that includes a handful of the Google efforts as well. So for instance, the Google Chrome web browser works absolutely fine here on the P40. I found that Maps works fine too, but sadly some such as Gmail and YouTube just do not play nicely at all with the new Huawei handsets. And the same sadly applies for some media streaming apps as well. So for instance, Netflix does not work on these Huawei devices because they're not certified. If there are any gaps in your apps, you can jump into the Huawei App Gallery and have a good old scan on there. They've got a growing selection on there, so definitely getting better as time goes on. And also third-party app stores like the Amazon App Store also work absolutely fine here on the Huawei handsets. You can grab this easily enough by going into any web browser on your smartphone and typing in download Amazon App Store, and then just click the link that pops up. This will take you to the Amazon website, and then just tap the download Amazon App Store button and it'll be grabbed for you. And another way of getting apps onto your new Huawei P40 smartphone is by downloading APK files. An APK file is basically an app installation file. Download it from the internet, run it on your smartphone, and it will install the app for you. But of course, you've got to be very careful when doing this because some APK files could be corrupted, they could have viruses in them, they could basically fuck up your phone. So again, lots of caution when using this. One website I would recommend is apkpure.com. They generally have some pretty good stuff on there, but again, stay safe, kiddies. But the good news is that quite a lot of developers actually offer their apps via APK downloads as well. So for instance, Facebook apps such as WhatsApp and Facebook Messenger can be grabbed direct from them in APK form. And in the new Huawei P40 smartphones, the Google Assistant has been made redundant. It's been told to sling its hook, mate, and has been replaced by Huawei's own Celia Assistant instead. You can jump into the Assistant settings at any time by going to the P40 settings menu, going to Accessibility Features, and then it's the High Voice option up top. You got the option to wake it up with a quick "Hey Celia." Ba-dump. I didn't say bottom, I said ba-dump. Or alternatively, if you're a bit more shy, then you can wake up Celia with just a quick tap of that power button instead. Bear in mind though that at the time of the Huawei P40 series launch, only 3 languages are supported: English, French and Spanish, and that's only in a handful of regions as well. And right now, Celia can perform all of the standard assistant-y shenanigans, such as telling you what your upcoming schedule is. Unfortunately, there is a bit of a delay between you asking the question and the response, I'm guessing because it is still a very early access sort of thing. Hey Celia, what's the weather going to be like today?
The forecast was partly sunny in Farnborough today with a high of 10 degrees Celsius, but it looks like things have changed. It actually is sunny. It actually is sunny.
I've got to say, I do quite like Celia's voice. It's a bit different from the normal, and she sounds like she's got a little bit of attitude behind her. And of course, Celia perfectly understands my northern twang as well, so that's definitely a bonus. Unfortunately, at the moment right now, she ain't the most personable of smartphone assistants. Tell us a joke.
Sorry, I didn't understand that.
Aww. Sing us a song.
I will run, I will climb, I will soar.
Oh God, Celia! Celia! Stop! Celia! So let's move on to some of the hardware, and the P40 Pro and the P40 Pro Plus both sport a 90Hz display for super smooth shenanigans. Unfortunately, you don't get a variable refresh rate, so it can't change up to 90Hz when needed. What you'll need to do is dive into the display settings, and then towards the bottom there you'll see screen refresh rate. This allows you to choose between the standard refresh rate of 60Hz or that high 90Hz refresh rate. I recommend sticking on 90 because it is a super smooth, very enjoyable experience, and it doesn't seem to sap the battery life that much quicker. Unfortunately, here on the standard Huawei P40 there is no screen refresh rate option because it doesn't support 90Hz. Boo. That said, one advantage that the standard P40 definitely has over its bigger brothers is the fact that it's got this lovely compact form factor. It's actually surprisingly easy to use one-handed. Meanwhile, the P40 Pro and the P40 Pro Plus are both 6.58-inch behemoths, which makes them a little bit of a struggle to use one-handed to say the least, but thankfully Huawei and its EMUI software is on board to help. The one-handed mode is on by default, and what you need to do to activate this is just swipe up from a bottom corner, either the bottom left or the bottom right, depending on which side of the smartphone you want that screen to shrink into. And in this shrunken mode it's much easier, although still admittedly a little bit tricky, to reach up to that notifications bar and to use all of your various apps as well. And if you do want to toggle that on or off at any point, you can just go into the Huawei P40 settings and then go down to accessibility features, and the one-handed mode is right in there. Now I really like the always on display on the Huawei P40, P40 Pro and P40 Pro Plus, but it's not activated by default, which is a bit of a shame. I guess it's deactivated by default because it does sap a bit of extra battery power, but to be honest it doesn't again seem to have a seriously huge impact on the P40 smartphones, and you've got enough battery power to last you all day anyway, even with this and a 90Hz display and everything active and some pretty intensive use. Turning it on is dead simple. All you need to do is dive into the P40 settings and go to home screen and wallpaper, and it's the very first option up there, always on display. Just hit the little virtual switch and boom, it is active. And you'll also notice that you can actually schedule the always on display as well, so it only comes on, for instance, when you're actually going to be using the smartphone, and disables itself at night when you won't be. And if you tap clock style as well, you can actually change what kind of always on display you've got from a handful of selections. Hopefully it'll increase over time. You've got some digital efforts and a nice bit of nifty analog action too. And if you dive back into that home screen and wallpaper section of the P40 settings, another feature that's worth just briefly mentioning is the magazine unlock feature as well. This is fresh and new from EMUI version 10, and what this does is basically just shows you a different lock screen every time you click on the Huawei P40. There's all kinds of different categories in there. You can select any that you like and deselect any that can basically do one, like celebrities for instance. And Huawei's P40 smartphones also support some funky next level air gesture controls as well, which is particularly handy when, for instance, you're in the kitchen, you got mucky hands and you don't actually want to touch your gorgeous expensive new smartphone. If you want to get on board, what you'll need to do is go to settings and then scroll down to that accessibility features setting once again, dive into shortcuts and gestures, and then you'll see air gestures down at the bottom. And the best of these features is definitely the very nifty air scroll. So say you're in your kitchen making a nice bit of spotted dick, you got the recipe there on your P40, you need to scroll down a bit but you don't actually want to touch that gorgeous screen with your pastry tainted hands. What you want to do is just dangle your hand in front of the Huawei P40, make your wrist go all limp like so, and then just flick upwards and boom, the website is flicked upwards so you can read more of the recipe without even touching the phone. There's full instructions on how to use the air gestures right there in the menu anyway, so if you are struggling a bit, just check those out. And there's also the grab shot feature as well, which is also very cool. This allows you to grab a screenshot on the P40 at any point just by holding out your hand in a sort of stop type gesture and then clenching into a fist. Piece of piddle. Alternatively, you can also screenshot at any time by taking a knuckle and just double tapping on that screen. I find it's a little bit hit and miss. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So it depends on your pressure and the little pause that you leave in between the knocks. Also, good old reliable power button and volume down will take a screenshot, and you can even dive into the notifications bar, and there's a screenshot option in there and a screen recorder option as well if you actually want to capture a bit of video. Clearly someone in the EMUI developer team really likes taking screenshots. Now the Huawei P40 series has some very clever camera hardware slapped there on the back. I've taken you on a full tour of some of the new features and other updates in my in-depth unboxings of the P40 and P40 Pro, so go check those out for all you need to know. But there's also some editing smarts that have been added to the P40 series as well to make your photos look even better once you've taken them. So what you want to do to get started is go into your apps and find the gallery app and open that up. Then select the photo that you would like to edit, and then of course just tap the edit button down below. Now first up, if you've got the moving pictures feature enabled within the P40's camera app, then you'll find that you've got a selection of frames that you can choose from to pick the best possible shot, and the Huawei P40 will also select the one that it thinks is the best. If you don't know how to turn on moving pictures, it's very simple. It's just this little icon up here. It will tell you whether it is on or off when you give it a tap. And you'll also notice that you've got a whole host of extra features that you can choose from as well. So for instance, there's a guy walking by in the background on this particular photo. If you tap remove passerby, then the Huawei P40 will then try and remove them from the frame, crop them entirely, just using the various other frames as guidance. Sometimes it doesn't work entirely perfectly, as you can see here. So it depends on the distance away of the subject and also how quickly they were moving. So what we've actually ended up with here is kind of a spectral half person rather than a complete clean removal, but it does work about sort of 50% of the time in my tests so far. Got lots of other great tools in there to play around with. I definitely recommend having a go. So for instance, you can brighten up a murky looking shot and so on. One of my favorites is remove reflection. Quite handy if you're shooting something through a pane of glass, like a really nice view, a vista, or potentially somebody staring in at you in a slightly terrifying manner like this. And it's not quite 100% perfect, but it does remove the worst of that glare, and certainly makes it a much more serviceable shot. It'd be quite handy for anyone who visits a lot of museums and takes shots of the exhibits through the glass as well. So that right there is my full in-depth tips and tricks guide for the new Huawei P40, P40 Pro and P40 Pro Plus. Hey Celia, what do you reckon? Good episode?
Sorry, I didn't understand that.
Oh, Celia. If you want to know more about Huawei's snazzy new flagship smartphones, definitely go check out my P40 and P40 Pro unboxings with a full tour of the hardware and software on there. And I've also done a comparison video between the two so you see which one might be best for you. Please do poke, subscribe, ding that notifications bell, and have yourselves a lovely week, people. Cheers, everyone. Love you.